Hello everybody, Trekkie here with another episode of Trekkie Plays Minecraft, episode 13. And today we are going to do a bunch of random little things in preparation for our village. First off and foremost, I've been clearing a bit, and as I've been clearing, I've been thinking on, more so of what I really want to do as far as our village. Boo! Pow! On fire. He's on fire! Is it the shoes? Yeah, I installed NBA Jam on my PS3 and I was reliving old Genesis days. But anyways, been thinking about our village. No, don't do that. Okay. You're dead. Bye-bye. And what's going to happen is we're going to have several districts. Most of it's just going to be city, but yeah, I've planned out a few things. It seems like the more and more I think about it, the more ideas I get. So it's kind of a good thing that this series is progressive. It gives me time to think about ideas, come up with new ones. In this area, in this closed area, as you can see on the map, it's kind of stretching to the waters up and down. This is going to be our main castle of our magical, sorcery, medieval town. I mean, every medieval town's got to have a castle, right? You got to have a place for the noble and king and queen to live. And now, thanks to Minecraft Comes Alive, you could actually set rooms for your various villagers to live in, and they'll warp back to it every night to go to sleep. So you could actually have big buildings filled with multiple rooms, and each room your villagers could live in, instead of having to have a house or this or that. As testificates are required with light or sunlight on it. I'm not sure what the exact system is, but never really messed with them. Always thought they were kind of boring. So here's our castle. Immediately to the left area, we're going to have a farming district. That being crops, animals, particularly sheep. I think wool's going to come in very handy when we want to make our various buildings for different colors. So it's going to be just a bit, and we're also going to be employing golems, which we'll get to in a second, to do the handiwork of planting and farming. I think it's going to be pretty neat. I mean, it's neat as a farm could be. And over here, pretty much everywhere south of that line is going to be the city. Somewhere in that forest area will be the town square. And we'll just have a ton of big buildings like this size. And we'll have magical conduits running around like power lines. Instead of power lines, it'll be magic. Thanks to Ars Magica. You could do something like that. And it's going to look pretty nice. I know it's taking a while to kind of get off started, but if you want to do anything nice, you got to take your time. We got to build up our resources. This is not going to be a 1-2 project here. I mean, leveling this whole area, I mean, even anything to the right and south of that town on the map is going to have to be leveled out for our city, and even further than what this map shows. So it's going to be a pretty big area, and hovering above it all is going to be our base, our ship, our floating air fortress, powered by magic. Yeah, magic's a big theme in this series. I don't know what I'll do next series, but yeah, I think it's gonna be great. Unfortunately, I have a lot of land to cover, and it takes a long time to, clear even a small area, especially when the further the mountain goes up. Luckily, it's a relatively flat area, but still, it takes a while. It'll look good and done. I mean, anything worth doing takes time. And this little light here, if you're wondering, this is a mage light. That's part of Ars Magica. So today we will not be doing any building that I'm aware of. I haven't thought about it yet. But for now, I would like to point your attention to something in my house. A chest full of items. I had already recorded this episode, and instead of building, we were going to go explore the Minotaur Labyrinth in the Twilight Forest. Well, it was a bunch of shit. Let's just say it went horribly. What ended up happening is I recorded the first part, first part went decent. What happened when I was... I recorded kind of long. It was 43 minutes of pure Minotaur Labyrinth exploring goodness. And when I went to record the second episode, it crashed. Minecraft crashed. And what happened is I ended up in the void. I died. Well, I died because of a creature in the labyrinth. And then when I restarted Minecraft, I was in the void. And like video, because it crashed and the fraps stopped so abruptly, the video became corrupt. It wouldn't work. So the whole second half of the episode didn't count. And it had already recorded like a whole bunch of exploration in the bottom bit, including killing the mushroom centaur boss. So it was just really ruined. And it's a shame because it was a lot of good stuff. It was a lot of fun. But here is basically what we got from the adventure. A whole bunch of steel leaf armors, some steel leaf pickaxe. I think these are as good as diamond, but not as durable. I could be wrong. An ironwood plate, which is made from ironwood ingots, which are actually a great item. If you craft anything with these, they come with a minor enchant. Like if you enchant a pickaxe, it'll come with maybe efficiency 1 or efficiency 2 already pre-installed into the item. So it's a good way to get a lot, like, you know, some general purpose tools and armor for relatively little work. All I have to do is either find the ingots in chests or find some ironwood roots and smelt them down and combine it with iron. I think that's how the recipe. Got some golden apples. A whole bunch of my favorite little firefly things. I love these little guys. They're so great. Much better than torches. They kind of, you could put them around and they kind of feel part of the ambience instead of just torches plastered everywhere. Whole bunch of slime balls. There are some maze slimes. We got a Minotaur axe. That's actually from the mushroom centaur. It's almost broken, which is a shame because that makes it pretty much worthless. I could probably repair it though. Got some of these Charm of Keeping, and what Charms of Keepings do is they give you a chance, either a chance or they let you, depending on tier, they let you keep certain items on your character after death. I'm not sure the specifics, but it's something to that degree. And I got a whole bunch of them in chests. There was a lot of chests in there. A lot of explosions from traps. It's a real shame that the whole thing was wasted by one Minecraft crash. When you're dealing with mods, it's an inevitability. Sometimes things are just not going to coexist peacefully. Some steel leaf to make the steel leaf armor that was dropped in chests. I don't know if you could get that any other way. Some gunpowder, iron, and you know, a golden axe was dropped on one of the minotaurs. So yeah, that was that. It's a shame that it never came to fruition. The reason I didn't just post the first part of it and say, you know, to hell with it with the second is because I don't like to post half-assed things. I like to do my best. I like to make everything entertaining as possible, and just posting one half of the whole exploration deal and never being able to post the second, it just doesn't sit well with me. So that episode will never be aired, and unfortunately now we can never explore that Minotaur Labyrinth because it's already explored. I may go down there and show you it, you know, just to give you an idea, but there's never going to be an exploration of it. It's just ruined all. I was pretty pissed. And in addition to dying, I lost all my Ars Magic levels. I started at level 0 again. I don't know if that's intended. I think what's really intended is you're supposed to just go lose 1 level or so, depending on the config setting, but I lost them all. I was level 21, and you can probably see down here at the bottom middle where it says 16 in blue. I was level 21. So I start off 0, and I've gotten a whole bunch of levels. It's not hard to get levels. It's just frustrating. I guess you could say frustrating. It was just altogether a frustrating day. I almost didn't want to record at all, but the show must go on, as it were. Let's throw gunpowder is always useful. Let's throw this stuff out. I don't need it. I don't need it. So I have a little bit of Thaumcraft planned for today. I mean, I've been busting my ass researching, trying to find cool devices. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna set up something to play with our little wheat field. This is gonna be part of our farm setup, which is gonna be one of our first things to build. And these little golems are gonna like the workforce of our little magical society. And you know, as you may notice, I've run by this thing a million times. My wheat field. Annoying, you know, you come in here, bust it up, and you have to replant. Annoying. But what if I had a whole giant field of that stuff? That would just take for days. You know, I'd be planning for days. So, what Thaumcraft allows you to do is craft some golems. Where's my Thaumcraft Thaumonomicon? And we'll mouse over here to our first item up for bid, and that is a straw golem worker. So what this buddy will do is it'll break any wheat within distance, basically harvesting them. It will not put them in chests, it'll just break them. And all the stuff will stay on the ground. You may say, well, that sucks. Well, does it at least plant? Well, if you give it a intelligence golem animation core, it'll break them and replant. So all the stuff's just going to sit there on the ground. You may be thinking, well, that sucks. Not if you make a wooden golem worker. Ah, now here's where things get interesting. The wood golem worker will pick up items within range and put it in a chest that it's attached to. So this way, the straw golem will break it and the wood golem will collect it. Simple. Alright? That's pretty cool, and you never have to do anything but collect whatever you need out of the chest. Let's sleep. Hello, Trekkie. Hello, Trekkie. Hello there, buddy. Sorry, I was reading my my chat. So what do we need to make our straw golem? Well, first off, you're going to need a core. And to make a core of any kind, we don't have speed. We're going to be making intelligence, so it'll break and replant. You're going to need a basic. And need a basic, you need a Nitor. And need a Nitor, you need these bunch of things. Yeah, it's a pretty hefty process. But I've prepared. For real this time. I mean it. I've really prepared this time. So we gotta make sure things are full of water. I think that's always something I always seem to neglect. Is the need for water. Let's fill up our bucket. Our handy dandy bucket. And to make a Nitor, we're going to need 2 coal and 6 torches to get the symbols we need. It's the easiest way to get it as I could think. And I'm going to need a wand. Man, I just don't have enough space for all this. Okay, it's bubbling. It's ready to receive our item. So let's put our 6 torch, which is illuminate or some crap. Throw that in there. Ooh. Coal. Ooh. Right click. Make sure and I got a Nitor. Dun dun dun. Okay, we got our Nitor. What is next? We need to make our core. To make intelligence core, we're going to need a basic golem core, which is 4 bricks and a Nitor. With some Imperato control, which is you could get off of slime balls or levers, and motion movement or modus, which I'll be getting off of air shards. So let's throw this stuff in. Oh, we need our water. Don't forget. Doop. Just toss her in. Now we don't have them. Oh. Okay. Did it all get in there? I will assume it did. Okay, where do we have to place this core? Is it in the infusion altar? Yes, of course. We're going to need our bricks. Dung, dung, dung. And apparently... I feel like I'm... Alright, I need a wand. There we go. As you can see, they're solid, so we have one in. We got our basic golem animation core. And we're going to need more water. So after that, we go to our intelligence. We need basic animation core and a fire shard. And, of course, more water. Boop. Water. Fuel of life. And we're gonna need knowledge as our to throw in the water and our shard. So let's get our knowledge in there. Luckily I have this knowledge fragment. It'll prevent me from having to toss too much in the atmosphere. So we throw that in there. Put these in here as such. We got enough learning. Each one of those knowledge cores gives 16, of course, so 4 of it's going in the atmosphere, but nothing we could do at this moment. Animation core intelligence. We're almost there. We need our golem core, which we're using intelligence, and our 5 wheat. So we got our core intelligence. And we need Victus, which is life, or apple, or basically food, and spirit. Well, animus was soul and spirit. Easiest way to get this is soul sand, which unfortunately you'll be throwing some other stuff in there too. Like I said, I don't need more water. I don't have any filters or anything yet, so we're just gonna have to deal with whatever badness comes our way. That's okay. They don't scare me. Wait for it to boil. Come on, boil. It's like waiting in real life for food. Sit there forever waiting for stuff to boil. Okay, we got our stuff, and it's flowing into our infusion altar. Ooh, we got a smart straw golem. Let's go play with this sucker. And while we're at it, we'll get this. And you can place this guy anywhere near a field. I'm not sure their exact range. I think it's up to 15 or 16, unless you have perceptive, which I think makes it more. So let's pop him down here. And he'll just go to work. See, he's just wrecking havoc in my field. That's just not cool. But he's replanting. And he'll go at it. I'm not too worried. Oh, he went after my reeds as well. Interesting. I wasn't expecting that, but oh well. So apparently they'll do anything that grows that's farming related. Here he goes again. Yeah, just throw it on the ground. I mean, I didn't have it nicely grown for nothing. Yeah, rude. So we obviously don't want to let stuff stay all over the ground. So we're going to have to go through the whole spiel again. I.e., we're going to have to make more. But I'm just going to make a basic wood golem. So we're going to need to let it boil. We're going to need another Nitor. And for that, I'm going to need my wand. So it's boiling. Let's throw this junk in there. And then we're going to need... What was that? What was this needed for? Oh, right, the golem core. Gonna need more water. Once again. Boop. Get in that door. I probably shouldn't leave it open behind me, but I'm a risk taker. I like to take risks. Same again. We're gonna need the little Dawson from levers and our air shards from Modus. Toss them on in there. Put a whole bunch of stuff in the environment. That's okay. We don't give a damn. Put our wand back in here. For our golem core. Standard golem core. Nothing special. And now for the final bit of our long, painstaking golem making process is... Well, what is it? Oh, right. We have to make... Well, what am I doing? Oh, well, hold on a second. I'm losing my train of thought. I'm spiraling. So, for a wooden golem, we're going to need some great wood logs in addition to our basic golem core. But I don't have any great wood logs. So where do we get them? Well, they spawn... Basically get them from great wood trees that spawn randomly in your world. And I happen to know that some just happens to be over here. These golems are really neat. I'm just gonna have to say they are pretty. I love these things. I mean, this is really the first I've ever got to mess with them, but I've seen them. I've seen other people use them, so they're pretty cool. Neat little, and they fit our magical theme, like little magical workers. And great wood trees, they're generally easy to spot. They're a 2x2 thing, usually pretty big, bigger than most. Actually, I forgot something at the house. I'll be right back. As you can see, I have wheat and stuff. Pretty much from the time we ran over here before for me, and the time I ran back, he had already cleared the entire patch of wheat and replanted. So pretty good. Anyways, as I was saying, they're pretty big trees, and you might be thinking, man, this stuff's gonna take forever to cut down. And by the way, these ones with the webs on it can spawn cave spiders, so be careful. Be careful. You may remember this old device, the wand of excavation. Not only good for digging. No, it has some other great uses, like getting trees. Need to clear. Not so good at the logs itself, though, but good for clearing leaves. At least you can see where the hell all the logs are. These are pretty gigantic trees, and they will drop their saplings. There you go. That's the name of it. Are we having trouble here, Cal? We're having trouble. And I don't have the time right now to be cutting down this whole tree. So let's just get what we need. I think we needed 5. I'll grab 6. And the tree's still somewhat sturdy. I'll come down and get it later. I ain't gonna leave it like that. One thing that always annoys me, especially if you're playing on a multiplayer server, is people come by and they cap the trees, and like they'll just be floating there, and they'll just get the bottom. That's just so annoying. I have a very pet peeve with things being unorderly and imperfect. So I'll go to great lengths to make sure everything remains that way. I mean, with our clearing area, you know, there's the flat walls that are kind of ugly, and like right here. But over time, we'll get rid of that. I mean, you have to take everything step by step. You can't do everything at once. You know, it's just not realistic. So we got our great wood logs. And to make our wood golem, we need that and that core. So we need this and our great wood log. I could have swore I needed more than this. Something doesn't seem right. Alright, here, because that has to go there. So we need our food and our soul again. And that means we need to go over here. There are apples in here. Our soul sand. And we got our wood golem worker. But he's going to need a chest. He's going to need a chest. So let's just... Do I have any wood? Not enough. That ought to do for now. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. A chest. Ooh. And while I'm at it, let me just grab a couple bones. Because he just cleared the field, so... Now, the wood golem isn't restricted to only picking up wheat and stuff. It'll pick up any drop entity within its range. So let's place our chest right here near this guy. And if we right click on him, but there's nothing to pick up. What if I drop an egg? See, he put it in the thing. Not too shabby. They have, I think they have a range of around 16.2, and strong will make them carry more per trip and whatnot. So let's get this sucker going. Okay, that'll do. He placed it, and he'll come grab it. Now the standard ones can only carry so much at a time, so they'll make their trips. And they're pretty decent about us. He replanted. It may seem like he took a while for that, but and then basically I could run off, run around, do whatever the heck I want. I could come back later like, oh, look at all this wheat. I mean, granted, I had to make the golems, but imagine having a whole bunch of these, like a whole bunch of field, a whole bunch of golem workers running around doing their thing. I think that's going to be pretty neat. These are neat little guys. One of my favorite new additions in the old Thaumcraft, like Thaumcraft 2, it was just seals that you put on stuff and then it did it, and it did it automatically. It wasn't as neat as these little golem guys running around. I think that's one of the best upgrades. You two are so awesome. Revel in that fact. Trekkie likes you. And there's nothing else you need to worry about, because I said so. You looking at me? Little straw guy. I don't know if mobs will attack them, though. I don't know that for sure. Can't tell. No way of knowing. You didn't get this one. You didn't get this one. Now, if I gave him Perceptive, he would have even greater range. So basically, I would want to have a whole bunch of these guys with Perceptive, so they have longer range, and I could have a whole bunch of these guys just standing right next to their respective fields, because they don't require a chest. So when I have a whole big farm area, and you could even use them to collect chicken eggs. There's so much stuff you could do with these. You could place one near mob drop systems, and they'll collect the loot for you. We're going to put these guys to good effect in our city. Just one more magical thing to add flavor. Ooh, excuse me. I know I have to say that a lot, but what can I say? I'm a very gaseous person. Gaseous. That sounds official, doesn't it? Very gaseous. Especially if you say it all fancy. I'm gaseous. I mean, it's still stupid, but let's put this. No, let's put the Thaumcraft back in there. Our Wand of Fire, which I've been using to clear my mob trap. It spews, but it doesn't set wood or any entities on fire. It just affects mobs, basically. Okay, put this over here. I need more water. And I'll be back in a second for our next segment. Unless we've been recording for a long time, in which case this will be that. But I don't think it was. So I'll be back. Ah, give me that sweet experience. Oh, that's it? Oh, my wand broke. We'll just beat him up the old-fashioned way. By punching him. Punch him like a man. Level 30, like that. Nothing to it. Yeah, I mean, I love this system. This thing's just the best. Oh, look at my guards in their gold armor. Most of the armor I've given to them from the mob jobs here. They get to, and their armor actually will break. I love these Minecraft comes alive things. It's just so cool, and it adds so much opportunity for, you know, greatness in our current plans. We couldn't do what we were doing and have it occupied. You couldn't occupy a castle with testificates. They'd never stay in it. You'd have to specially formulate it so air block, you know, sunset, the sun hits certain blocks away from their doors and all that. Just regular crap. I mean, it's no fun at all. These guys, you could have them follow you. You could say, okay, you get to a room, say like this one, and he's like, okay, set home, and that'll be it. Doesn't require any other thing than that. I think it has to be inside though. I mean, you could probably, I guess you could set the home in here. No, it probably has to be in a building. I hope I'm not wrong about all this and I'm just not, you know, blowing hot air. But I'm pretty sure as long as it's considered inside, As long as it's inside somewhere, you could probably do it. I'll have to test that out, just to be sure. Not with my people, I'll do it in creative. Because I don't want to mess up my stuff. Look at these guys, they just go... Yeah, definitely going to have to make sure my spawn systems are closed, because these guys just go ape shit over it. Look, they're dancing, they're going round and round. Alright guys, well I mean this episode, it's not been much, I know, but I've really nothing else to work with. The land I need cleared to start, at least on our farm area, it still needs to be cleared. And with work and everything, it's just not been possible. I wanted to release a video. Shame that the Minotaur Labyrinth didn't quite work out to snuff. But, you know, thought it was fireworks. It's like, am I going crazy? Going crazy. But anyways, yeah, it was just a bum deal. It really ruined everything I had planned for today. So I wanted to throw something together. You know, I wanted to show the Thaumcraft golems because these guys are just the coolest. Yeah, you guys are badass. How y'all been doing? Y'all ain't done shit. You're fired. And of course these wisps, the bane of my life. I hate these things with a passion. Especially the green ones. They go around growing grass. And I hate long grass with a so badly. I could never hit it with a spell. Fuck you. Wisp, yeah. To hell with you. When I find out where y'all are spawning, I'm going to case it in obsidian or something. You annoying shits. Always zapping me. Oh, here's another one. See, all that stuff we pumped in the environment? Never good. Never good. Get inside before they zap me to death. So I hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you enjoyed learning a little bit of Thaumcraft. I'm sorry it isn't more, but you know, what can you do? The march toward progress is often a long one. And if we want to do this city right and great, we're going to have to take our time. We're going to have to see it through. Can't be rushing, otherwise this is going to turn out bad. So look forward to that. We're definitely going to be building soon. Something. I'm going to be busting my hump to make sure to clear this land so we can at least start the farm. Because the farm is the most important, integral part. You make sure we have wools and other such things for our future endeavors. But until then, I hope you all take care of yourselves, and I hope you enjoyed the episode. This is Trekkie signing off. Take care of yourselves, which I think I've already said, but double the take care of yourselves, okay? Take care of yourselves doubly, because I said so.